My name is Rizal van Geyzel. I am in fact Malaysian, despite the fact that I have a somewhat odd Dutch last name. But I am Malaysian. Both my parents are in fact Malaysian. They're just from two different ethnic backgrounds. And my mom's side of the family are predominantly Malay, which are obviously Muslims as well. And on my dad's side of the family are predominantly Chinese. And I'm weird to both sides of my family, because I'm the only member of my Malay family who has a weird name, Van Geyzel. Yeah, it's very weird. Nobody has a name like Muhammad Rizal bin Johan van Geyzel. And on the other hand, I'm the only member in my Chinese family who has facial hair. A lot of hair, actually, all over. But yeah, some of you might be thinking, now what sort of Malaysian Chinese family has a surname called Van Geyzel? That's weird, isn't it? That usually the people who bear these kind of names are, people who are posh. Like when I was growing up in the mid-90s, a lot of the expats, they would typically have a surname like this. The expats, the ones who smell their wine and complain about everything. They always go, oh, cheers, you bastard, yeah, cheers. They go, oh, I'm afraid it's been corked. Yes, Garçon, can we have another bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon? It goes very well with this stick up my ass. But my family's not posh, obviously, they're Malaysian. Malaysian Chinese as well, which would be weird if they were posh. Can you imagine my Malaysian Chinese family smelling their wine? They'd be a bit different. It's been cocked already, or it has the cocky smell. They would even do things more with a bit of a posh way. Like, for example, when they yum sing, they have a posh yum sing. Can you imagine how that would be like? Like a very melodious yum sing. They would go, yum sing. It's a good vintage, good vintage. It goes very well with the lap chong up my ass. Now I'm here to talk about life hacks, which is what the theme is for today's event. Now I did not know what a life hack was, I'll be honest. I didn't know what it was. And what Kevin said in the beginning was very accurate. It's a shortcut, a trick, a skill to increase productivity and efficiency. I thought, wow, this must be some pretty clever stuff. And then I looked up some examples on the internet, and this is what I found. Now, I don't know about increasing productivity, but I'm pretty sure you could probably get that surround sound feeling if you put your face right up to it, I can't have a dinner party at my house and have my posh Malaysian Chinese relatives come over, with their wine, going like, oh, you can afford an iPhone, huh? But speaker, you use toilet paper roll. I saw this one as well. Save plugs, use nails. Now, given the fact that this is probably not the most child-friendly thing to have around your house, with nails sticking out, but at least you get to save your plugs. And your house would look great, wouldn't it? But there were some clever ones as well that I came across. This one, they use a Coca-Cola can, soda ring pull to maximize your closet space. I thought, oh, that's pretty clever. Again, the use of toilet paper rolls for you. So I gathered at this point, it's basically recycling, isn't it? Recycling. Don't throw your rubbish away. Use it to decorate your house. Isn't it? Why do you use rubbish to decorate your house? The only person I can imagine who would live in a house with all this stuff would be this guy. Oscar the Grouch, possibly the founder of Life Hacks. Look how happy he is. This one I thought was quite interesting, because the person who created this very clever way of how to organize your cables couldn't spell the word organize. Organize, organize. Organize. And there were a few other examples I came across. Some of them I thought were a bit overrated though. There were some life hacks I thought, oh, this is not really a life hack. The one about ironing buttoned shirts on the reverse side so that it all gets ironed. That's not a life hack. To me, a life hack would be how to iron my shirt while I'm still wearing it. Or how to iron my shirt without an iron. That would be a life hack. But I'm very much, I grew up in Malaysia. I'm very proud to be Malaysian. I love my country very much. And there are a lot of interesting things that I've come to notice when it comes to life hacking is that Malaysians are very natural at it. Think about it, shortcut, efficiency. This is what we've been doing all along. We just never knew the name for it. Case in point, have a look at this picture I took a couple of years ago. Now this is what we would call a solid life hack. Isn't it? It combines skill, shortcut, and efficiency all in one. That's great. But I don't know who should be more worried though. The person acquiring this wonderful removal service, or that professional at the end of that fun slide who's about to have a box come at him at 100 kilometers an hour. But then this is a very intricate example. There's some very basic examples, things that we see in our day-to-day life as Malaysians, don't we? We see a lot of Malaysian life hacking. Take this lady, for example. This is very typical Malaysian life hacking, isn't it? Because why would you spend all that time going on the pedestrian bridge when you can risk your life and possibly get killed, but yet do it in half the time? But of course, if you are going to use a designated pedestrian bridge or walkway when you cross the road, why walk at all? You know what this guy's thinking, right? Safety first. It's great. That there are a lot of these. Like I said, I think that we've been doing life hacking, since the beginning, but we just never knew the phrase for it. And a lot of them, I believe, they get turned into stereotypes about Asians, about us. The stereotypes that come from the other side of the world about us. There's that one that they always say about Asians. They say Asians can't drive. What rubbish is that? Right? Who else do you know can reverse on a highway at 60 kilometers an hour? Only Malaysians. Why take that time to make that turnaround all the way in Nilai or Sungai Buloh when you can just pop it in reverse? It's fuel efficiency as well, isn't it? And you also get a bit of that James Bond feeling too while you're doing it. A lot of Malaysian life hacking in traffic. Like if you can't find a parking spot, use the all-day free Malaysian valet service. Leave your phone number at the dashboard. Shortcut, you know what I mean? Shortcut. And changing lanes on the road as well. Why use the indicator? It's so far away. You have to put your hand all the way there. And when you use your indicator as well, it's useless. It does the opposite effect because the cars in the next lane won't give way. They all become like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, My precious. So yeah, Malaysian life hack. Don't use your signal. Use the element of surprise. Just at any time, here we go. I know a lot about life hacking, obviously, because Malaysian life hacking, because I'm brought up a Malaysian. And like I said, if it comes to shortcut and efficiencies, I have a Malaysian Chinese family. They're the masters of efficiency. I have an uncle, right? His name is Waki, Uncle Waki. I call him Uncle Wacky. Right? The reason why, because he has this very unique way of stringing a sentence together by just using sounds. This is very interesting. Like he'll go, yeah, These are actual sentences, you know what I mean? Like, he actually mean like, means yes, I'm coming. You guys are dirty. I know what you guys are thinking. I asked him, Uncle, why do you talk like this? And this is where I thought was brilliant. He said, so that I can eat and talk at the same time. That's brilliant. And Malaysian eating is probably a life hack on its own as well. Any form of Malaysian eating. Because why use cutlery? Right? We don't use all, they have in Western cuisine, they have an array of all the different appetizer, fork, and hey, Malaysia, we just roll up our sleeves. All in one. This is my appetizer, cutlery, this is my main course, this is my dessert. Just, life, shortcut, But what about the Malaysians who use cutlery when they eat? Aren't they efficient? The ones that use chopstick, bowl, rice bowl, soup bowl, big plate, small plate, porcelain spoon, the sauce bowl, all the cutlery. Are they not as efficient as the ones that use their hands? Oh, they are. I told you, masters of efficiency. Despite the fact that they have all this cutlery and everything. Think about it, the logistics of eating with your hands takes a bit too long. Right, where you have to gather the rice, center the plate, and then you have to carry it to your mouth, and you have to push it in. Too much logistics. Eating with bowl and chopstick, you just bring the bowl and chopstick close to your face like this and push everything in. But of course, not everything in Malaysia is as efficient as we want it to be. The Malaysians know what I'm talking about. Some of them are still a work in progress. Calling a cab in Malaysia has got to be a tremendous ordeal for anyone because it's so different than when other countries do it. In other countries, you call a cab, you ask for a cab, they'll send you a cab, done. In Malaysia, you call a cab, you ask for a cab, they'll say, we'll call you back. In other countries, you call for a cab, you say, I want a cab at 7 p.m. They'll say, okay, we'll send you a cab at 7 p.m. Done. In Malaysia, you call a cab and say, I want a cab at 7 p.m. They'll say, call back at 6:50. And when you call back at 6:50, what happens? They'll say, I'll call you back. But of course, the most unique thing about calling a cab in KL, I think, is the operating lady, the operator lady, the dragon lady, I call her. Because she sounds like she's been working there for 50 plus years, the way she talks is very commanding. Taxi downstairs, 5 minutes, you come down now. Let me tell you guys something, I'm a very lazy guy. I don't move, my mom, my girlfriend, they can never make me move for anything, but this lady gets me going. Taxi downstairs, you 5 minutes, come down now. Whoa. This lady should be my alarm clock in the morning, you know what I mean? She gets me moving, fine, you come down now. And 3 minutes later, she will call me back. Taxi downstairs, why you not come down? I said, you just called me 3 minutes ago, said it was 5 minutes. I said, and I'm on my way down. Taxi downstairs, you come down now. I said, I'm on my way out now, relax, calm down. I know, calm down, okay, you come down. You guys have been a terrific audience. Thank you very much, that's my time. Thank you, have a great evening. Thank you.